This is how you make halal bone broth at home. Not only is it delicious, but it's extremely good for you. Recently, I've been making a big batch of this at the start of the week and drinking 1 cup a day. Start by searing the bones until they brown all over. This is 1 kg mix of beef and lamb bone. My bone broth recipe is inspired by a Vietnamese pho, where they roast or char vegetables and aromatics before adding them to the broth. Once our bones have seared all over, we're going to add in our veggies and 1 litre of water. For vegetables, I always like to use carrots, onions, celery and a big piece of ginger, which you'll see me add later on. I also added 2 bay leaves for a bit of warmth. Now, when you bring the meat to a boil for the first time, you'll see this layer of bubbles over the top. That is called scum. It's basically a nasty layer of impurities that comes from the meat. That's where you take a fine skimmer and remove all that scum from the surface. Once you remove all that scum really well the first time, you probably won't need to do it again. Pressure cook for 2 hours or simmer on the stove for the whole day, basically, like 10 hours. Now remove all of the vegetables, aromatics and the meat. If you were making a stew, you could leave those in there, but this is a bone broth, so we want a smooth, clear broth. The goal is to cook your broth so much that the bones are kind of softening and falling apart. That's where the apple cider vinegar comes in and helps with the extraction of all the nutrients from the bones. Then season with sea salt at the end of the cooking process, and you can serve this hot, but I like to take an extra step to get a very pure broth. If you chill your broth in the fridge overnight, all the fat comes to the surface and hardens. Now this fat you want to carefully break apart, store in a container, because that, my friends, is an impure tallow. If you don't know what tallow is, it's basically a purified animal cooking fat, and it's the best thing you can use to cook with. Now take the cold broth, heat that up, and you have a delicious, clear, protein-packed, collagen-packed, it's great for your gut, your joints, your bones, and so much more bone broth.